How does a mother turn into a monster who burns her own daughter alive? Theresa Knorr was a Sacramento mom of 6 doting on her sons, but her daughters. They were her punching bags. She beat them, starved them, killed 2, and forced her kids to cover it up. For years, she ruled with fear, until her youngest broke free. This story will chill you to the bone. It's the early 1980s, Sacramento, California, a city of sunny suburbs and family barbecues. But behind the peeling paint of Theresa Knorr's apartment, it's a different world. The place reeks of urine trash, piles up, windows stay boarded. Theresa, once a nurse's aide, is unraveling. 4 failed marriages, a ballooning weight, and a booze-fueled paranoia have turned her into a recluse. She cuts the phone line, bolts the doors, and keeps her 6 kids, Suzanne, Sheila, William Robert Howard, and Terry, locked inside. Neighbors whisper about the nervous kids, but no one knocks. Something evil's brewing. Theresa's life reads like a tragedy gone wrong. Born in 1946, she loses her mom at 15, marries at 16, and shoots her first husband, Clifford Sanders, in 1964, claiming self-defense. By the 1980s, she's 36, a single mom with 6 kids from 3 men. She's charming with her sons, but her daughters, she hates them. Suzanne, 16, and Sheila, 19, are too pretty, too lively. She calls them whores, accuses them of stealing her youth. Her mind's a mess, fueled by whiskey and jealousy, turning her home into a prison of fear. The abuse is relentless, a daily nightmare. Theresa doesn't just discipline, she tortures. She smashes Suzanne's face with a frying pan, burns Sheila's arms with cigarettes, hurls knives at their backs when they turn away. She forces all 6 kids to eat rancid macaroni until they gag, locking them in their rooms if they refuse. Suzanne, bright and dreaming of college, gets the worst. Theresa chains her to the kitchen table, screaming, "You're a witch stealing my looks." Sheila, headstrong and desperate to escape, is slapped until her ears ring. The boys, William Robert Howard, watch, too scared to act, knowing they're next if they disobey. Neighbors hear cries but call it family drama. No one steps in. In 1982, the horror escalates. Suzanne, 16, begs to leave home. Theresa snaps, grabs a .22 pistol, and shoots her daughter in the chest during a fight. The bullet lodges near her spine. Does Theresa call a doctor? No. She leaves Suzanne bleeding on the floor, ordering her to tough it out. For 2 years, Suzanne lives with the bullet, her body aching, her spirit breaking. By 1984, she's 17, pleading to move out. Theresa, enraged, decides to fix her. In the bathtub, she cuts into Suzanne's back with a kitchen knife, digging for the bullet. No anesthetic. Blood pools. Suzanne screams, but Theresa keeps cutting. Infection sets in. Theresa's solution. She ties Suzanne's hands, tapes her mouth, and orders William and Robert to drive her to Squaw Valley. There, Theresa douses her daughter with gasoline, lights a match, and watches flames consume her. Suzanne's body, charred beyond recognition, becomes Jane Doe. 487384. Theresa tells the kids she ran away. They know better but stay silent. Sheila's next. By 1985, she's 20, bold and desperate for freedom. Theresa broke and spiraling forces Sheila into prostitution to pay the bills. Sheila complies, handing over cash, but Theresa's paranoia grows. She accuses Sheila of giving her an STD, a lie. In June, Theresa explodes, beating Sheila with a broom handle until her ribs crack. She ties her up, drags her to a closet 2 feet square, and locks her in. No food, no water, just darkness. Terry, 13, sneaks a can of beer to her sister, but it's not enough. Sheila's screams fade after 6 days. The closet reeks of death. Theresa orders Robert to stuff her body in a cardboard box, dumping it near a trucky dumpster. The smell lingers in the apartment, but Theresa lights candles, blaming a broken pipe. The kids live with the stench, too terrified to speak. Theresa's control is ironclad, a masterclass in manipulation. She pits her kids against each other, praising William and Robert while degrading Susan and Sheila. "You're my good boys," she coos, handing them beer. But if they hesitate, her fists fly. William, 15, shakes as he helps burn Susan, fearing he'll be next. Robert, 16, follows orders, dumping Sheila's box, his hands trembling. Howard, the eldest, escapes early, but stays silent, haunted by guilt. Terry, the youngest, tiptoes around her mother, knowing one wrong move means a beating. Theresa burns their clothesband school and tells them snitches die. The apartment's a cage, dark, filthy, suffocating. When a fire breaks out in 1985, neighbors suspect arson to hide Sheila's death. Theresa moves the family, leaving no trace, no questions asked. For years, the kids carry the secret. Terry, only 13 when Sheila dies, runs away at 15, living on the streets, battling addiction. Her sister's deaths haunt her. Susan's screams, Sheila's rotting smell. By 1993, she's 22, broken but brave. She calls America's Most Wanted, spilling everything: the shootings, the fire, the bodies. Detectives track Theresa to Utah, living under a fake name, blending in as a quiet neighbor. They arrest her, William and Robert, in November 1993. Terry's testimony is key. She faces her mother in court, voice shaking but firm. "You killed my sisters," she says. Theresa stares back, cold as ice. In 1995, Theresa pleads guilty to 2 counts of murder, getting 2 life sentences at California Institution for Women, Chino. William takes a plea for probation, testifying against his mom. Robert gets 3 years for helping dump Sheila, later serving more for an unrelated crime. The case shocks Sacramento. How could a mother do this? Terry's courage cracks it open, but the scars remain. She appears on Cold Case Files in 2000, her eyes hollow, recounting the closet, the flames. She dies in 2011, at 40, her body worn out by trauma. Susan and Sheila's bodies, unidentified for years, finally get names, but their justice feels hollow. In 2025, Theresa's case still grips true crime fans. At 79, she's eligible for parole in 2027, sparking outrage on americancrime's rise. How can they let her walk? Podcasts like Case File and Murder in America rehash the horror, detailing the closet, the gasoline. Evil Lives. Here features Terry's old interviews, her voice a ghost of pain. The case inspires The Afflicted, 2010, a film loosely based on Theresa's cruelty. Fans compare her to monsters like Gertrude Banaszewski, debating if jealousy or madness drove her. Could she kill again? If freed. The question lingers like a bad dream. Theresa Knorr turned motherhood into a nightmare. Susan wanted college. Sheila wanted freedom. Instead, they got a bullet and a closet. Terry's bravery gave them justice, but at what cost? Her sister's screams still echo. What makes a mother this evil? Could she walk free in 2027? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're a small channel chasing 1,000 subs, diving into cases like this every week. Hit subscribe, share this chilling tale, and join our true crime crew. Let's keep their stories alive.